What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be reviewing a Smith & Wesson Sigma series sw9ve. Before I even get into this, I just want to apologize in advance. This is my first video and I'm extremely bored, and that's why I'm doing this. Anywho, let's get started with it. Price of this gun: $250 to $350. Can't beat that for a high capacity 9mm. A little bit of history on it. Smith & Wesson back in the 90s decided to get into the polymer frame guns a bit, and thus this was one of their first production polymer frame handguns. At the time it was chambered in 9mm, 40 caliber, and 357 SIG. The early models of this gun were produced in 1994. They were produced to compete with the Glock 17, to be precise, 4.5-inch barrel Glock's full-size gun. What else history-wise? Glock ended up suing because it's pretty much the same gun, so they shortened it, made the sw9ve, which stands for version enhanced or version edited or something like that, and thus you have the sw9ve. See, ergonomics of this, by the way, I already safety checked this. I'm holding the camera with one hand, so I can't really do anything about that, but it is safety checked. There's no magazine in it, there's nothing in the chamber, I promise. Ergonomics, you pick this gun up, it feels very nice to hold and shoot, just real nice. They came out, it's an 18-degree handle angle, so it really, you hold it, it just feels like an extension of your arm. It feels really natural. What else? The handle, it's got a real nice checkering to it. The early versions didn't have this that much. They didn't have the stempling on the front and the back strap. So ergonomics of this are just awesome. It's got a nice little thumb rest on both sides. It doesn't have an ambidextrous mag release, but this one works just fine. Made for left and right-handed shooters. I'm a right-handed shooter, but if you're a left-handed shooter, don't be afraid to get this, because it works just the same. Sights, standard 3-dot. It's got a white dot sight in the front, 2 dots in the back. I do like the sights on this. I wish they were night sights, but again, it's, you know, a relatively inexpensive firearm, so can't really complain. Let's get a front shot. It's very blocky is one thing you'll notice, whereas Glock's, the front of the frame right there is more rounded. But yeah, another thing, it's got a attachment rail. However, you cannot find anything to attach to this rail. You have to get a Picatinny adapter rail. I think that was one thing that they changed about this gun, because Glocks have Picatinny rails, so they put a non-proprietary rail on it. See, weight, this gun unloaded with a magazine in it is 24 ounces. It's really not heavy at all. I like the weight of it. It feels nice to me. Capacity, we have 16 round magazines. Okay, 16 of them. They got witness holes on the side. Smith & Wesson. I actually bought this gun used. It only came with one. But normally if you buy this gun, it comes with 2 magazines. What I ended up paying for the magazine and the gun, I should have just bought a new one. I paid $38 for one magazine, which in my opinion is some bullshit. But anyways, ease of cleaning, takedown on this is phenomenal. It's just like a Glock. I'm not going to take it down because I only have, you know, one hand, so I'm holding the camera. The only bad point of this gun really is the trigger, and once you get used to it, it's not that big of a deal. First time I shot this gun, it was ridiculous. I could not hit shit. I have a Glock 40. I'm used to that trigger pull, which is about 5 pounds, and this is just, you know, it's pretty rough to get used to. It's got, they say it measures 8 to 12 pounds. This one actually measured 10, so if that tells you anything. This is a 10-pound trigger. It really makes you go back to the basics of your breathing when you fire this gun if you're trying to be accurate with it, which in my opinion is a good thing. Also, there's no external safety on this, so the trigger is really the only safety you have, especially if you're carrying +1. Another thing, this gun is also capable of firing without the magazine in it. It doesn't have a magazine safety, which in my opinion is a good thing if you ever need it. Accidentally drop the mag, you can still get one round off. So yeah, the trigger's pretty rough, but like I said, don't let the trigger tempt you into not buying it, because once you do get used to it, it's not bad. Which leads me into my next thing, accuracy. I bought this gun used. I don't know how many rounds have been through it. However, I personally have put 400, 450 rounds through. I just bought it last month, but 400, 450 rounds. First time I took it out, I'm not gonna lie, I could not hit shit. The trigger pull was pissing me off bad. Second time I went out, I started, you know, working on my breathing, back to basics. For those of you gun nuts that are used to, you know, 4 or 5 pound trigger pulls, really went back to the basics of, you know, breathing in, exhaling, squeeze, you know, not pulling the trigger. And I'm pretty accurate up to about, I'd like to say 35, 45 yards. I feel confident that I could hit a silhouette target pretty easily. 25 yards is just, you know, 3-4 inch groups. But anywho, that's my review on this gun. One thing people say, oh, don't buy it, it's a piece of shit because the trigger is ridiculous, which I agree, it is ridiculous. However, at the time they were getting used to lighter trigger pulls, being as everyone was used to revolvers and no one really had an automatic like this, so they put the trigger on there to keep people used to a heavy trigger pull of a revolver. And also, I'm not sure if this is a fact, but I think they ended up leaving it like that because of when Glock sued them, they settled out of court. But anywho, this sw9ve version came out in '99. They updated it. In '99 is when this gun came out from the earlier versions. So '99 is after the whole Glock thing, and everybody's cool now, and we're all happy. So, in conclusion, that's my review. It's probably pretty bad, but, you know, it's my first one. I'm just bored. So, happy shooting. Be safe.